Hello my beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. My name is Sanja. Today I'm going to be talking about why hurt people hurt people. Why are there other people who feel better when they hurt others? Why are there other people who even say they feel happiness when they do damage to other people? The reason why I'm doing this is because when you understand some situation, when you understand when certain things are coming from, when you understand why they are behaving like that, your vibration is higher. The action that you're going to take throughout the day is different. You know what they say, it's not what happens to you, it's how you look at what happens to you, is how you react what happens to you, is how you view what happens to you. Now that can only come from understanding the situation. Before I start this, maybe this can be triggering to some. I mean, today what triggers people is I can't even think of certain things. So if you're triggered easily by anything, just leave now, go somewhere else. And also, I'm not saying this to approve other people's behavior. Those are two completely different things. I remember once I posted a short where I said you can forgive people from afar. So from afar, you don't even have to contact them, you don't have to say anything to them, you don't have to notify them, you don't have to say anything to them, even through phone, it doesn't matter. From afar, never speak to them ever again. And I remember one person said, thank you for this, because I thought when you forgive someone, that means they still have to be part of your life. No, you forgive for yourself, you forgive for your peace, you forgive because the more you think about that trauma, the more you think about that toxic person, the more you think about what happened to you, why they are like that, you're only putting yourself through that over again. You are the one who is living in hell in that present moment while you're thinking about that, and it has nothing doing to that other person. You know, when they say when you resent someone, when you don't like someone, when you hate someone, it's like you drinking the poison and expecting the other person to die or for something bad to happen to them. So in order for you to move on, in order for you to feel better, understanding, changing your thoughts, changing your mindset, I don't like using the word mindset because it's been used so much now, but I think when I say it, at least people mostly know what I'm talking about. Your perception, that's when you change it from, judging, from attacking someone, to understanding, to knowing the cause. And again, does not mean that when you understand you approve, does not mean you're supposed to be surrounded by that people, does not mean there's anything you have to do with them. Just knowing so you can have peace, just knowing so your vibration can be higher, just knowing so you can live in peace, you can live in joy, you can live understanding it's much higher vibration than judging. So when you raise the vibration, your life changes, everything around you changes, the actions, the words that you're using, the way that you think, everything changes for the better. So do you want a better life or not? It's up to you. So why do hurt people hurt people? First of all, and I'm not, when people that hurt others, they say, oh, I felt happy. I can't really say, I don't want to negate what they think they're feeling, but for me, at least let's use the word joy. They cannot feel joy. Hurting other person does not feel a joyous reaction. If someone has never experienced joy, if someone has never experienced the true happiness, what I believe happiness to be, they would know that is not it. But if they have never experienced it, or it has been a long time, they even forgot about it, any higher vibration is gonna tell them, oh, I feel better now, equals happiness. Again, does not mean that it equals happiness, but what they are feeling, what they're thinking, what their definition of happiness is, that is happiness for them. I have an emotional guidance scale here, And I've shown this on so many lives, and especially on TikTok. I even think I have coffee stains or something on it, but it still works. On the emotional guidance scale, if you're new with this, I'll just go quickly through it. But I have a video, I'll link it down below just about it. You have upward spiral, downward spiral. Let's say if you're in the vibration of fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, a victim. If you are so hurt, so unfulfilled, so insecure, if you're reacting from that fear, and the only way that you can do is by hurting someone to raise your vibration. Now that can be, so you have insecurity, guilt, unworthiness. That is higher vibration than this. Jealousy is higher vibration than insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, than grief, depression, powerlessness, victim, is still on a downward spiral. However, the vibration is higher than these two. I really hope this is going to sink in. This is why when they hurt someone, this is why when they attack someone, this is why we're there. And above it, about jealousy, is hatred, rage. Above that is revenge. Above that is anger. Above that is discouragement. Above that is blame. Above that is worry, doubt, disappointment, overwhelmed, frustration, irritation, impatience, pessimism, boredom. Now, someone can react from, anger, or can react from hatred and rage. If they get from hatred and rage to revenge, that revenge vibration is still on a downward spiral, but is still higher than all these other ones below vibrations. And I really hope that, maybe for some of you will not click, we will not click until you hear it maybe often enough, or if you need to rewatch this video, do it until it literally clicks. Sometimes you have to watch videos like 1,000 times and then it clicks on the 1,000th time, just to sink in, really sink in, to understand where it comes from. Also keep in mind that people, if they've been surrounded by this, if this is how they were brought up, maybe their parents didn't love them. Maybe their parents were the one who were attacking them. Maybe parents were the only people who would give this person attention when they were kids if they misbehave. And they think, okay, misbehaving means attention from parents, some sort of, love, validation, whatever it is, I'm getting at least some attention from them. That's who they turn out to be. Or if they have parents who would constantly tell bad things, putting them down, saying, oh, look how stupid you are, or whatever that may be. They haven't received what they needed when they were little. This is the only thing they know. That's how they will react later on in life. That's the only thing they know. They don't know any different. They think that's the way just the things are. And you were that, also maybe this will make you understand better. If you had the same moments as they have, the same parents, the same moments, I'm not saying the same parents and siblings. I'm saying exactly the same every single moment of their life, even from the moment of creating an egg cell or sperm, the parents every single moment exactly the same. You would be exactly the same as they are. And I know some of them say, no, I'm not, because we have the same parents, we're, twins, and we were brought up the same way with the same parents. I'm not, let's say my sibling is a narcissist, I'm not. You did not have exactly the same moments throughout your life. Like, even if the mother fed one of you first and then the other one, it's already a completely different moment. If you were seated here instead of there, different moment. In the womb, you were here, you were there, different moment. If someone walked in the room, maybe they looked at one of you first, different moment. There are so many, probably millions and millions of different moments. Also, when you were born, you're different characters. Doesn't matter if you're identical twins. You are born with different characters, and that different character will trigger, in a way, will have a different response from your parent towards you as, when comparing to the sibling. So even the way that, which again, I'm not saying any of this is bad. I'm just saying that even the parent themselves, whether it's a father, mother, doesn't matter, will behave towards you differently just because you are already different. Everyone is born different in a good way, in the best way possible. I always say diversity is a good thing, it's not a bad thing. But that's a different video. I have that one already filmed. I'll link it down below. So, when you understand that you are them in a different life, in different circumstances, different everything, you are them. You had a different set of everything. Different set, maybe some of you different set of parents, different set of every single thing in you. And there are so many moments in life that I think this is maybe the most difficult part, is that the way that we are today, most of it, majority, if not, 99.9% of it, was formed, in those first years of our lives that we don't remember. And then we put, our history through, well, I've been through that the same as they have, I've been through that the same as they have. What actually formed you as a person, what formed your strengths, what formed your maybe resilience, what formed your maybe positivity or whatever that is towards a certain situation, is formed in the first few years that we do not remember. So how can you compare when you don't remember? You can compare through some of the stories that you've heard. You haven't heard everything. And even throughout the life, you don't remember, even afterwards, every single moment that happened to you. And also, every single, now that you have science behind it, they also say the traumas, every bad thing that happened to us, that we also have 50% of it, that it's lies. We don't do this on purpose, but if you have a certain emotion and now your body's triggering, reacting to it, and there are all these things going through your body, and now maybe you're addicted to those feelings, the body's gonna create maybe even stronger and more severe and heavier and intense trauma, because maybe the first part of the story is now not enough triggering for you to have all these chemicals rushing down your body, which you can be addicted to low vibration. You can be addicted to being a victim. You can get addicted to feeling guilty. You can get addicted to anything. However, you can also get addicted to feeling joy. You can also get addicted to feeling happiness. You can also get addicted to love and all that sort. So, so when you have that story that it's now no longer getting that rush, you have built up on that story, again, not on purpose, but they have so many different researches and so many different people's stories that they would put all the pieces together and they're like, this could not happen. I remember also there was research done. This is why when they repeat on television, on news, when they repeat something so often, you believe it and now you're firmly behind it. And maybe in the beginning you weren't, and maybe in the beginning you couldn't even be bothered, but now you firmly believe that because of the repetition. I really hope, this is why I don't watch the news. This is why I don't watch, even if I watch, I know I'm just not going to get emotionally invested in it if I can. And throughout the repetition, we believe certain things, or even if we put certain message in our brain, we believe it. I remember there was a research, I'm paraphrasing, I'm probably changing it a bit because it's been a while that I've heard it, but there was a group that I think they literally asked if they went to Disneyland, if they ever saw Mickey Mouse. Again, this might not be the story, but let's say it is. And a lot of them said no. If they've been to Disneyland, they haven't seen Mickey Mouse, or whatever that may be. A year later, they brought in the same group of people and asked them, have they ever done it? Have they ever seen it? They said yes. Even the people that said no year prior to that, but because they had this thought put into them, a year later they actually believed and remembered, although it was not true, that that event actually happened. And you can tell them, they will describe it to you, they will, share this opinion, and they will say, yes, that happened. I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, wherever that may be. So it wasn't in that year that they've done it, but before that, every single one of them said yes, or the majority. But people that said no, that they haven't done that in the next year, a year later, just because it was suggested something. This is why suggestion through TV, this is why suggestion through news works. And a lot of us don't even realize it. A lot of us think that's the truth, that's the reality. Keep in mind also that if, let's say, there's a person that can't lie, they can be telling the truth in their heads and spreading that news everywhere around them because they heard a lie, but they don't think they heard a lie, they think they heard the truth. And this is how, even when it's something that's not serving us, even something that it's not right, people will believe it, people will support it, people will do it, people will try and get other people to do it as well. Just because now, even though it's a lie, they believe it's the truth, and now we're, going to be firmly behind this. Now, there are a lot of things that you can maybe see, and a lot of things that maybe you can scan or register what that has been a lot, but I'm not going to go into those details. So, hurt people, first of all, they do raise the vibration when they hurt others, which again does not mean it's still on an upward spiral, but they still raised their vibration. However, that comes from fear, that comes from insecurities. And I've also Googled, because I wasn't sure, now I know, if psychopaths and sociopaths feel fear. They do. And primarily psychopathic individuals, they do feel fear. Now they don't respond to it the same way as we do. They don't necessarily maybe recognize the danger. They are probably going to remain calm in certain situations, which does not mean they do not feel it at all. And every single time you go into a certain situation, I know someone said this, I don't remember who it was, that there are only two main places where we react from. One is from fear and one is from love. And that's pretty much it. And I think even on this, you can see that the bottom of the bottoms on a downward spiral, the lowest vibration is fear, the highest love. And you have, again, everything in between. So I think the way that you feel, some people claim that they're happy, some people claim that they feel joy, some people claim that, I'm doing this for their own good, I'm doing this because this is the best for them, I'm doing this. How are you feeling? What is your reality? If someone might ask, okay, if I am, when talking about vibration, if I am vibrating on that level that I see bad people, negative people around me, does that mean that I'm the same? And the answer is yes. Now, I'm not saying that you would hurt necessarily as many people as they are. However, and I think this is really important because it doesn't click to many people, you can be the person that hurts other person, and that person is you. When you are vibrating on, for instance, maybe you never offended anyone. Maybe you never raised your voice at someone. Maybe you haven't said negative words towards someone. But have you done that for yourself? When you're going through some rough patch in your life, rough situation, some contrast, how long are you staying in it? How long are you maybe feeling guilt? How long are you not encouraging yourself, okay, I can do this, we'll do this, I know I can, this is gonna pass as well, good times are coming. what are you doing in conversations with yourself? When you look in the mirror, do you love what you're seeing? Do you love when you get, when you wake up from bed, are you excited that another day is coming? Are you excited that every day can be different? Every day is different. Are you excited, or are you getting out of bed? Oh, I can't be bothered to get up. Oh my God, I don't like this already. When you look yourself in the mirror, do you see, oh, I wish I didn't see this, or I look horrible? How is your conversation with yourself? And a lot of the times you'll see that you are hurting other person. That person is you. When you see that, and you know what, keep in mind that all of these vibrations, they are not bad. I'm not saying that you should never feel anything from a downward spiral. It's really important, however, to understand when you're on it, why you're on it. To understand, okay, maybe this has triggered it, but do I want to stay on this? The amount of times something would happen and I'm like, why am I in this vibration? This vibration will attract this. This vibration will align with something that I don't want. Okay, I'll choose to be happy because it's much better feeling. First of all, I feel better. Second of all, I'm better towards others. Third of all, I'm attracting better things. I say attract because people more understand the word attract. Align with the things that I want. And the amount of times when my daughter asks me, my daughter asks me every day certain emotions. However, I also ask her, and then she'll go, Mum, are you happy? And then I said yes, and she's like, why are you happy? And I said, because I chose to be happy. And I think maybe in a 4-year-old, maybe that doesn't really necessarily, maybe she doesn't understand it yet, which does not mean in few years she won't. Sometimes the way to be happy, not sometimes, the actual true happiness comes from you deciding to be happy, comes from you working on yourself. When you decide to be happy, that doesn't mean, oh, I was crying 2 seconds ago, oh, now I'm joyous. No, deciding to be, it can be once you have worked on yourself, once you've been through a lot, once you learned a lot, understood a lot, like the pieces of you that, thought were not worthy of expressing, that you were shutting them down, working on self-love, working on so many different things. A lot of this you already have on my YouTube channel that you can go and watch. Knowing that I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my body, knowing, discovering so many things. And now I can go from this low vibration, but I can quickly go up. However, in the beginning, the decision to make, I'm going to be happy, does not mean all of a sudden I'm all, butterflies, flowers, everything's fine. That means I'm going to work on loving myself. How to love myself, even my name. How to love yourself. I'll link it down below if it's easier for you. That's the base of everything. Okay, in this video it says this, do this to get that. I'm gonna start doing this until I raise my vibration, until it happens. Like any muscle, you exercise, you go do the workouts, you do all of them until you get maybe the shape, the muscles, whatever it is that you want. And even then, you don't stop doing it, so you can still have it. So once you start working on loving yourself, once you get that self-love, the things that you were doing in order to love yourself, you're never gonna stop doing them. But again, that's a video, what is it, the journey for beginners, for anything, how, it's all there. And so when you are vibrating, vibrating a negative, bad, hurt people that hurt people in your life, when you are aligning with them, ask yourself, okay, what is it with me? Not in a bad way, in a curious, loving, empathic, okay, something like that way. What is it, my vibration? What is my belief? Why am I like this towards them, in terms of why am I aligning with them? But it always is something from within. What am I vibrating outside that is aligning with those people in my life? If you're not respecting yourself, you're probably going to be chasing people that don't respect you. I'm not saying you'll be surrounded with every single individual that is like that. They're probably going to be family members or some friends from before, or, you know, they actually do respect you. However, you'll be attracted to people and be chasing people most likely who will feel that way about you, or who will have any single trait that will make that belief of yours affirmed. It's gonna be okay, they were lovely, they were like that, but they just showed me that I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy of respect, I'm not anything like that. And then they're just gonna reaffirm that. So if you, and also, don't be one of those people that say, oh, I've been hurt before, I don't know, been in a relationship, been with relationship with a family member, with a partner, with a friend, they hurt me, they did this to me, I'm never doing that again, I'm never connecting with other people, I'm going to be avoiding people, I'm better off by myself. You're again hurting yourself. Human beings, they need connections, they need connecting with others. This does not mean you have to have hundreds and thousands of people that you connect with, but even one or two connections, connecting with other people is really, really important. This is what part of human being is. We need connections with other people. So if you're sitting in the room, if you're feeling, oh, well, I'm never going through that again, I'm not gonna get hurt again, I'm just gonna be by myself, I'm not gonna go out, I'm not interacting, you are part of hurt people. But you're just a hurt person that's hurting yourself in the process. You're still type of that person. No one should hurt anyone, including themselves. You are a person. You are one of the many people on this planet. You're many people, or in the universe, if you know, people that are in space. You are a person. If you are hurting yourself, you are still hurting other people. But that other people is you. That's also not good. So that's really one of the many reasons why we attract people that, hurt people that hurt people. Because you're hurting yourself. So again, base is how to love yourself. Base is self-love. Base, watch that video. It doesn't even have to be from me. I think there are probably loads how to love yourself on the internet, on YouTube, wherever it is that you may find it. Surely I'm not the only one who made that video. Watch how to love yourself and implement that. Don't just say, well, I'll do that when, situation around me changes. It won't change until you change. It won't change until you raise your vibration, until you learn to love yourself, until you work on your healing, until you learn on raising your vibration. For me, the most difficult one to overcome, which was the cause of so many low vibrational alignments that I had, was guilt. And it was even guilt that I wasn't even aware of. However, when you're in that low vibration, when it's dominant, when it's there lingering, when it's either high happy vibration, then you go down. I was getting that a lot. Not getting another vibration that is necessarily going to make me feel guilty that I did or didn't do something. However, it was not high enough to get me like the goodies, the good stuff. I wasn't necessarily feeling worthy, although I was, but I can't really explain this. When you start discovering yourself, when you start working on yourself, and this didn't happen in the beginning. It took years and years and years to figure out, oh my God, that is probably, if not my dominant vibration. So I would just get ups and lows, and I'd be, okay, maybe there's some other, I realized there are some other things that I have to heal from, some other things that I have to work on. But it took a while to really pinpoint what exactly that is, from where exactly it came from what exact experience, where was it born in a way, and why did it continue? Why didn't I heal from that? Why did I keep that emotion in me? So, like I said, a lot of people will say, well, I'm not one of those people that hurt others. You are. You are. You're just most likely hurting yourself. And also keep in mind if you're watching television, if you're judging other person, if you're like, why are they like that? Oh, just snapping at them. That's already you. Maybe they don't hear it. However, you are that person, even if you did not directly do it, next to this person do this, you still did it. You still are the person that hurt that other person. You sent that vibration off. Even if you didn't say it out loud, the vibration was hurt. Because judging is not love. Judging is not, I respect you and myself. So go deep in okay, why would I judge this person? I always say, I know a person that not constantly, but oftentimes would say, oh my God, what on earth are they wearing? And I'm thinking, why is that relevant? Even when someone commented, oh, I liked your hair better when you were a brunette. Why is that relevant? What is what they are wearing, my hair color? How is that relevant to you? Should my hair really be relevant to your life and your happiness? Should what other person is wearing be relevant to your life and your happiness? I mean, again, someone will say, well, obviously I don't want to look at, but don't watch it then. Change the channel. Why do you look inside yourself? Why do you have the need to judge others? Why? What is that in you that makes you think judging is okay? What is that in you that it's, making this even a thing in your life? You can see I'll give you, for instance, an example of understanding and when you don't understand. For instance, a lot of people, you see this, they'll sit behind the computer, write negative comments, write hateful comments. People that are not fulfilled, people that are unhappy, people that don't know what to do with themselves, and also, have this type of behavior, will, sit and do this. However, if a person is happy, fulfilled, have their own joy and things to do in their life, their own purpose, they don't have the time, nor do they want to put hateful comments outside or on anyone. Person that has learned to love themselves, all they want to do is share that with others. They want to show others it can be done. They want to help others love themselves as well. People that are successful, that have found their purpose, people that manage to be happy, to be joyous, to accomplish all of these things. All they want to do is share that with others, share the information, show them that it can be done, that we did it. If I did it, you can do it too. These are the methods that I used. I'll give you, your space. I'll give you the motivation. I'll give you the freedom that you can do, exactly the same. There are some people that maybe would go on this path, but they are maybe, they don't want to do it alone. No one in their family, friends, in their surroundings are doing it. Maybe they'll look weird around them. And if you are doing, probably you will. I was one of those. No one in my family, friends, no one was doing this. And maybe with these videos that I'm putting out, one of you can maybe say, okay, well, I'm not alone in this world. I'll be the weird one with pride. I'll be the weird one with, gratitude that I am different, with gratitude that I am, not like people that live their lives that I don't even want. A lot of people that I respect, that I listen about, on YouTube, that I listen to, and they have really good quality things to say. I am always cautious of what resonates with me or not based on how I'm feeling, because a lot of these people, I can see they're really not happy. And I'm thinking, you're making so many great points. I'm not saying everything that they are saying is bad. Like, again, I do respect them. I do respect their knowledge and everything. I'm not going to have everything implementing in my life. You always have to see what you're resonating with and not, because I don't want to become like you. Although you're smart, although you're knowledgeable, experienced, I'll really make sure what I take and implement on myself will really benefit me, will really be good for me. And obviously, when something is good for me, is good for others, not damaging other people, not hurting other people, not, So always with that, be careful who you're listening to, because a lot of the times maybe your dad or mom will tell you give you financial advices, yet their bank accounts are not showing the results of any of that. I had that parenting in my life where, my father would say, oh, you need to work in a bank. You need to work, mostly was a bank, but like a bank, work in a bank or as a doctor, those typical, that's the only way to be rich, the only way to be successful, the only way to make money. Why didn't you do it then? Why, in the beginning, I was really resistant to anything my father would say. Again, I was young and not, I don't know, smart enough, whatever it is, that everything, just because I didn't want his life. And even the good stuff, the beneficial for me stuff that he was telling me, I was still straight away rejecting them without even thinking about them. Not saying that I wanted to work in a bank, because I didn't want to work in a bank. I didn't, but there are some things that were actually good. However, everything that he was telling me, I didn't want to implement in my life because I didn't like his life. So again, when you're listening to someone, first of all, if you're talking about certain topic, are they living that aspect of life that you want? If they are, let's say someone is a millionaire or billionaire, and if they're telling you how they did it, yes, you can listen to them. If it resonates with you and you align with the decision, you can go towards those footsteps. But if someone is not living the life that you want, let's say in financial area, and now they're advising you, probably don't listen to them and don't do that. And again, if there is a person that was hurtful towards you, there is a person that was not good to you, there is a person that is, person that hurts others on purpose, maybe they feel better, maybe they're not even realizing it, that does not mean that everything they're saying is bad. That does not mean everything they're saying you should be rejecting it. Even your worst enemy can be someone's best friend. So they're certainly having some qualities in them that are actually good. But we're focused on the bad things. We're focused on the low vibrational stuff. And keep in mind that when you change your vibration, even that person, if they have to be in your surroundings, will change their way of behaving towards you. When I had a professor at uni, and she was, always feared. I'm not saying I feared her, but, when someone has that low vibration, or someone like, someone who's really, really low, shouts, screams a lot, and you kind of feel like bored in a way. You're like, I just want to learn here. I don't care about, whether you got up on the wrong foot that morning. Again, this was, way back. However, every time I practiced, I'm sending her love. I'm sending her love on the way to uni, on the way to her class. I'm sending her love. I'm sending her love. She would be a completely different person. One of the most friendliest person, with a smile on her face, with the most, love, like a loving, it's a completely different person. Same person, different person. And I remember thinking, this works. And it's only when my challenge was implementing this on everyone. There were certain people that were so annoying that I didn't like so much. And the only way that I could feel better is not being in the same room with them, which again is totally fine. However, when you send them love, when you send them joy, when you send them healing, not so they can hear it, just inside of you, the vibration that you're sending out is different. Even they will behave different around you. So understand where, that comes from. Does not mean you're approving that. Does not mean those people have to be with you in, hanging out with you. Whenever you see that someone is like that, run, remove yourself from that situation, go as far away as you can from that person. Do not let them be part of your life. Same goes with, if person is lying. Keep in mind that every single person that hurts others, hurts themselves, and they just want to feel better. And I showed you on the vibrational scale how they do feel better. Now, some people hurt others to feel better. Some people use alcohol. Some people use narcotics. Some people, they just want to feel better. Even people that lie, they want to, they want to be perceived as a better person. They want to escape the conflict. They want maybe other people to approve them, so they'll just lie to everyone. Even from those types of people, run. However, every single person that does any of these things, they just want to feel better. They don't know how to, so they just reach towards these different, again, toxic things, but they raise their vibration, even if it's for a moment, even if it's for a minute, even if it's for an evening. However, shortly that goes down, because themselves, they don't know how to get that emotion. They don't know how to make themselves feel like that. So they have to go again, reach for hurting another people, reach for lying again, reach for, reaching for alcohol, drugs, whatever that may be, because they don't know how to do that by themselves. This is why methods, this is why so many people say about meditating, EFT, doing things to yourself as if you're loving yourself, working on self-love, working on your healing. You have so many different teachers. Everything today, the work that you can do, you do not have to pay a single thing. This is why I love the internet. Everything is good and bad. It just depends on how you perceive it, how you use it. When I see so many different, bad videos that happen that, I've never seen that video. I'm thinking, I have all those. I have TikTok, I have YouTube, I have Instagram, I have Threads, I have Facebook, I have all of these things. I've never seen any of these things. And then I see it on the news, let's say. Not because I clicked on it. Someone that is with me clicked on it. Or someone told me. I've never heard of that. I've never seen it. So, it all depends on how you use it. If you're choosing the content that is serving you, the information that when you implement, it can be serving you. When you get enough of information, surrounding yourself enough with these types of information like I'm giving you, in time, maybe not this second, but in time, you'll be, okay, let's try this out. Let's actually try this out, and we're not going to stop until it works. And then when it works, we'll continue, because we want to stay on this high vibrational level. However, what are you surrounding yourself with most with? That's what's going to probably made your focus go towards something that is not going to be serving you, or towards something that it is going to be serving you. So make sure you're surrounded yourself with these types of emotion, with these types of teacher, with these types of information, with Abraham, with Till Swan, with Marissa Peer, with so many, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Eckhart Tolle, so many different amazing teachers. I mean, Louise Hay, that is transitioned. You have so many teachers, whether they've transitioned to non-physical or not, that you can surround yourself with. Even if you have YouTube is enough. Even if you have Google is enough. You can put something like this in the background while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're going somewhere, walking your dog. Just put earphones and just listen to something like this. Do this enough times that maybe, okay, till now I wasn't necessarily gonna give it a go, but now I actually want to give it a go. Because you're choosing what you're surrounding yourself with. What, instead of putting the TV on news, instead of putting on something that is going to make you feel down, instead of, a lot of people are informing themselves of certain things that they can't even do anything about. The only thing that is making them feel is bad, whatever that vibration on a downward spiral is. It's just making them feel bad. So what are you surrounding yourself with? Surround yourself with information of possibilities. If you're reading books, stop reading books, I don't know, horror books or anything like that. Go to books that actually have information on how to transform your life in the best way possible. Again, Dr. Joe Dispenza is amazing. I always recommend him. And anyone that has watched any of my videos, probably I recommend him. Just because he has both science. Now it's not pseudoscience anymore, like some were saying. Now it's actually science behind him with things that he's saying, the facts, if you need the science behind it to believe it. Make sure every single area in your life is replaced with that. So if you watch TV, if you watch, I don't know, Netflix, let's say, don't watch something that is going to scare you, especially before bedtime. Don't watch something that is going to make you feel sad. Don't watch something unless there's really... I always say this, even with music. Sometimes when you're on that level, and let's say a sad film makes you cry it out, makes you, clean yourself out from all of these emotions that you have bottled up, fine. However, don't make that your habit. Don't make that your everyday. Don't make that what you constantly do. Go towards comedy. Go towards something that is going to make you laugh. Go, whether it's a film, whether it's a series, whether it's a short clips on YouTube, you can put funny videos, you can put babies giggling, you can put funny pets, you can do anything like that. Even if it's watching, choose the vibration. What is going to be the vibration in you? Put something that is funny. Put something that is like, I remembered I watched, not because I wanted to raise my vibration. I was just in the mood to watch funny videos. I remember, instead of sleeping all day, because you have that some recommendation, just this one and just this one. I was crying from laughing. Let me tell you, one of the best nights I've ever had in my life. It just started. It was hours and hours of laughing, stomach was hurting from laughing, tears were pouring out my face from laughing. I felt so good. Although I wasn't, rested, I did not care. My vibration was high as it can go. I was so just happy from laughing so much. So even if you can't be bothered to listen to something like this, oh my God, I just looked how long this video is. Even if you cannot be bothered by something like, to watch educational videos or informative videos or anything like this, sometimes you just cannot be bothered. Watch something that is funny. Watch a film that makes you feel good. I have these types of series, even Korean series. I make sure which one I'm choosing. But when I watch them, I feel empowered. I feel, even when I watched, I don't know if anyone you watched, Marvelous Mrs. Something. I can't remember the name, but I probably some of you will know it, and maybe some of you will write it underneath it. I literally just forgot the name, but I remember when I watched that series, every single time, the way she walks, the way she has the confidence about herself, the way she was just, waltzing into every single room, the way she would radiate, what I was literally mimicking her, and I only realized later that I was influenced by her, with being that, shoulders back, with being that confident person. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And choose those types of shows that inspire you, that raise your energy, that maybe you feel more confident about yourself. That I also always choose something that has a happy ending, because I like it, when it's a happy ending, you feel happy for them, you feel joyous for them, you feel, like almost you're part of that made up story. But it's almost everything is made up anyway. So just choose something that will make you feel good. Choose something that will make your energy better, vibration higher. Keep in mind, I said this few times before, your vibration is affecting the world vibration. Your vibration is affecting the world's vibration. You're part of the world vibration. What vibration are you putting in? We want more love, we want more connection, we want more understanding, we want more of all these good things. Yet if we don't do them, everything starts with us. And then the way that you are affecting the people around you. You are, like I said before, even if you just had a smile and said hello, someone with the best smile, with the best intentions, with sending them love with that hello, with just that, you already are different than being a grumpy and just go hello. Your vibration is everything. For yourself first and foremost, for your reality first and foremost, and also for the world. So when you see and experience bad people, negative people, hurt people that hurt people, first of all, why do you need to align with them? If you're, sometimes I let's say see them in the negative comments, under the videos, I don't get triggered by it. Everyone that goes on these YouTube videos, anything that it's public, they will know there will always be at least one person that is going to have hateful comments, at least one person that it's going to be, pouring negative stuff out. But when I understand where they're coming from, I don't get triggered. When someone that doesn't understand what they're coming from, they might even, how dare you, blah, 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 or even feel so bad about themselves. There are a lot of YouTubers, a lot of influencers, whatever they're called, that stopped making videos because they started feeling depressed. They started actually believing what other people were saying, not even realizing that people are a reflection of themselves. So if they were telling you all these negative, bad comments, it's just because they don't feel good. They're not ever giving this information out of love. They're not giving this because they have such self-love. Person that has self-love, that loves themselves, is only giving love, is giving understanding, is encouraging other people. Self-love does not equal narcissists. I've said that before in one of my videos. It's, again, narcissistic person will react from insecurities. Person that loves themselves, that truly loves themselves, will react and act from love. Again, love does not hurt, is not any of that. So, can't believe how long this video is. Should have made this alive. Anyway, there were a lot of things that I wanted to say, and I just blurted everything out. I'm really hoping this video helped you. If you are, not sure, if something didn't click, watch this again. Make sure that if you're seeing a negative person, if you're seeing a hurt people that are hurting others, remove yourself from them, but also understand them. Send them in your head, in your body, with you. Send them love. Send them healing. Keep in mind, if this person were to truly love themselves, if this person was healed, if this person was really, truly joyous, excited about the world, excited about life, they would not be hurting others. So every time you see a person like that, you don't have to communicate with them at all. Send them with your self-love. Don't send them judgment. Send them love. Send them healing. Send them joy. Send them all the best that you can. That's how, when you truly, truly understand something, that's what you do. That's what your actions are like. That's how you see it. You are me in a different, different set of circumstances, different life. I'm sending you love. You know how much when someone is hurting another person, it's a cry for help. Whether they're realizing it or not, it's a cry for help. And people that are hurting others, what they need the most is love. Those are people that need love the most. Does not mean they'll receive it, does not mean you have to be part of that. However, if you really truly can do something about it, do it. And sometimes even sending that high vibration of love can be more beneficial than you could ever possibly imagine. If you've ever had that situation when you could just see a person, or a person enters in another room and the whole energy shifts, for the good or the bad, it doesn't matter. You know that it is the energy that changes. What is your gonna be like? What is your vibration gonna be like? How are you changing the world, for the worse or for the better? So every time you feel a certain emotion, understand it. Do not put yourself down if you're not feeling happy. Do not put yourself down if you're on downward spiral. But don't take it out on others. Don't take it out on yourself. Try to analyze it. Try to understand it. Try to give it love. Try to hug it. Try to accept it, include it in part of who you are. Make sure that you know that that part of you is also worthy. Someone might convince you that it isn't. It is. And then with that also, just the fact that you accepted that that is a part of you, you also raise the vibration. If you have a thought that is not giving the good emotion, just say, okay, I had a thought that is not giving a good emotion. Let's maybe see where this is from. Or if I already know, or, I just want to change it, what are the other thoughts that I can think now to change it? But even just accepting that you had a thought that is not serving you is already higher vibration than beating yourself up for even having it in the first place. So what can I do to make myself feel better? But in this, episode, with people that are bad, what can I do? Send them love, send them maybe not appreciation, send them healing, and also understand what is it with you that you are aligning, that you're, attracting these people, that you're aligning with them. Sometimes it'll even be that you're their prayer that has been answered. So it doesn't have to necessarily be, but if you're often aligning with these types of people, then it's most likely your vibration. What are you vibrating? How are you feeling about yourself? What is your dominant vibration? I'm really hoping this hour-long video has helped you. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.